If you are watching this video, it means that you have reached the bonus level for Unit 1. Woohoo! Alright, so for this bonus level, we're going to be talking about something called, and the big fancy word for it is dimensional analysis. Dimensional analysis. Now, dimensional analysis is a very powerful tool that physicists use for a lot of different things, but we're just going to be considering how you use it for converting from one type of unit into another type of unit. So, for example, in class the other day, you had to convert from inches to centimeters. You could use dimensional analysis to convert from inches to centimeters. And you already sort of know how to do this, because when I told you to convert your, say, 73 inches, to convert that to centimeters, and I told you that 1 inch happens to equal 2.54 centimeters, most of you knew that in order to make that conversion, you have to multiply 73 inches times 2.54 centimeters. Because if 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters, and 2 inches is equal to, let's see here, you have to multiply, see, let's say 2 inches is about 5 centimeters, right? You have to take your inches and you have to multiply it times that 2.54, and that will give you the original distance that you measured in centimeters. Let's talk about sort of what you're actually doing when you convert one unit, say inches, to another unit. Answer this question for me. If A is equal to B, then what does A divided by B equal? Pause the video for a second and determine your answer to that question. I hope you did pause the video, and the answer to this question is a physicist's favorite number, 1. If A equals B, then A divided by B is equal to 1. Alright, let's see how this can be. If you just do the math, you'll see that A divided by B is equal to 1. Alright, so if I want to find out what A divided by B is equal to, I'm going to divide both sides by B, and that's going to give me, on the right-hand side, B divided by V is just the number 1. So A divided by B is equal to 1. Alright? What does that possibly have to do with unit conversions or dimensional analysis? Well, remember, I told you 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. And what you did is you multiplied your inches measurement by 2.54 centimeters. What you really did, though, is you multiplied your original measurement by the number 1. Because 2.54 centimeters divided by 1 inch is equal to 1. Hold up, you're saying, I didn't multiply 73 inches by 2.54 centimeters over 1 inch. I multiplied it by 2.54 centimeters. Well, actually you did. You didn't know it, but you did multiply it by 2.54 centimeters over 1 inch. In other words, you multiplied your original measurement by a conversion factor. This is a conversion factor. And a conversion factor comes from that special piece of information, this key, that you need to know to make any sort of conversion at all. That's one example of a conversion factor. Here is another example. 60 seconds equals 1 minute. And a third example, 1 mile is equal to how many? 1,600 meters. These are all the keys to writing conversion factors. When you need to do a conversion from one type of unit to the other, you need to take a key. You'll take the key that's given to you and make the appropriate conversion factor out of it. So from this key, we get the conversion factor, 2.54 centimeters divided by 1 inch. And the key idea is that conversion factors are always equal to 1, for the reason that A over B if A equals B is equal to 1. So your conversion factor is always equal to 1. And this is really neat because what you're doing to get from 73 inches to the same amount in centimeters is you're just multiplying times 1, which is exactly what you should be doing. And the reason it is exactly what you should be doing is because this distance is not changing, right? If you measure a certain distance in inches rather, and you want to convert that distance measurement to centimeters, you haven't actually made any change to the distance. The distance should be exactly the same. What is different is that once you measure in inches, and then the next time you're converting your measurement to centimeters, 8 centimeters or so, something like that, right? So your actual distance is not changing. Your actual distance remains the same in both cases. So in order to keep your actual distance the same, you always have to measure or multiply by 1. The cool thing is that conversion factors are always equal to 1. If you are thoroughly confused, hopefully this next video will kind of explain a little bit more of how to actually go about this process. But the conversion factors itself, I wanted to explain how they equal to 1 each time.